All right, everybody, let's see if our ace can get us a win. I want to do some stuff with the lineup. Let's lead off Beavers. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Orioles Franchise. Let's hope we can get a win, because we need to win badly.
Field on the south side of Chicago, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles going up against the Chicago White Sox. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. On the hill for the White Sox, Shane Smith. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, a sinker, and he works in a slider.
Okay.
All right, just about ready for baseball. Dylan Beavers digs in now. And one away here on the south side of Chicago.
Yeah, I never would have gotten it.
The 0-1. And that is out of play. The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Gunnar Henderson at the plate now. That's ball one. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And next for the Orioles, Adley Rutschman. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one carrying.
That's gone.
And gone. A solo shot.
And goodbye, home run!
Orioles jump out in front. It's 1-zip.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter.
376 feet
on that swing.
So 2 down, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Foul ball. Alonso working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the second game of the series. And 1-2. Ripped into left center, base hit.
Here we go.
And that extends the inning.
Batting fifth.
Now the Orioles catcher, Samuel Basallo.
Ball.
Basallo bats left, throws right, hitting fifth in today's lineup. And his on-base percentage this season is over 400.
Must be a cold day in Chicago.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Out of here.
And goodbye, home run.
And they add on. It's 3-0.
Sammy!
Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Here's Leody Taveras.
Yodi Tavares.
That's too
That's
low.
the ball
And it's
down.
1-1. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Just a little too quick on that. Front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Inside, almost got him.
The 20th pitch of the inning.
Line drive. That's a hit. Zoe gets on base and keeps it going.
Batting seventh. Left fielder.
Now, Colton Cowser. He swings and fouls one off.
That's the ball.
That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate where this guy could do some real damage.
Swings through that.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. But two-round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. On to the bottom
Very
of the
nice.
first. You're watching Orioles baseball on the show, Mid-Atlantic. Back at right field. And getting to start for Baltimore, Trevor Rogers. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Hey, ha!
And that one hammered. That's back. Going. Gone.
Hey.
His first homer of the year, and they're chipping away. It's 3-1.
Changeup up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times, the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
And now it's Austin Hayes. The 0-1.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. One away.
Very nice.
Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Singy, we're looking at a young lineup.
Olsen
Not much
Montgomery.
experience, but they're going to bring a lot of energy to the field.
Yeah, and that's just it, Boog. We expect this lineup to play hard no matter what. They are an exciting group to watch.
Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Line drive, knocks it down. The underhand flip.
Batting fourth, designated hitter.
Two outs, base is empty.
Benintendi.
And now the DH, Andrew Benintendi.
Ball. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's a 2-2. And there's the ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Chopper to second. Toss to Alonso. And Benintendi is out. And that is that. White Sox
That's
draw a bit
okay.
closer
Still got the
thanks to
3-1
this
lead.
home run. Top of the second.
Leading off
Stepping
for the
in,
Orioles,
Kobe Mayo.
Third baseman, Kobe Mayo.
And that one way outside. And that's ball one. Next offering is fouled back. And that's way high. And that's ball two. In the air to left center. Baldwin under it. And there's one down.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Blaze Alexander.
Blaze Alexander, the next to hit for the Orioles. First offering way inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
In the air, right field. And there's two away.
Up next for the Orioles, right fielder.
So back to the
Dylan
top of the
Beavers.
Orioles lineup. Dylan Beavers, the next to hit. He was a strikeout.
Everybody,
victim his
your
first time.
beavers.
In the air, right field, Hayes on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So they go quietly there. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Orioles 3 and the White Sox 1. Here on the south
leading
side,
off
bottom of the inning, Lenny
third
Sosa
baseman,
steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Sosa.
In the dirt, and that's ball one.
Let me see something. Oops. He's going to be a pesky at bat.
That's a ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. That misses the zone, and it's a full count. Liner caught it second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives.
Nice play.
When you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball. The 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
2-2 now. Here's a high chopper. Alonso steps on the bag. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. And up next for Chicago, Murakami. He's got some power, no doubt.
Yeehaw!
Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on.
Okay.
And that one is in the dirt. And the count is 2-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Shy Sox held in check here.
Nice inning for Trevor Rogers.
It's 3-1. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. And that misses.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Ball 1.
We're off. 3-1 score.
Right through there for a strike. Missed with
outside
a changeup.
ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And that skips in the dirt. Struck him out swinging. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Nice pitch. Possibly swung the ball for, but that could have easily been a strike as well. If I hadn't swung.
Here's Adley Rutschman. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat.
That missed. That's a ball.
Here's a 1-1. And there's a foul ball.
Ball high.
Orioles doing a good job working the count.
That one well upstairs. Full count now. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a payoff pitch. Draws the walk
That's
there.
ball 4. Take your base.
Up next for the Orioles, first baseman.
First walk of the day for Smith.
One gone, runner at first. Here's Pete Alonso. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. In the air to left center. Baldwin settles under this one. And there's 2 down. And for now, the home run streak takes a pause. A lot of game left, though.
Up next for the Orioles, catcher Samuel Basallo.
At the plate, Samuel Basallo. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. In the air, left field, down the line. Baldwin towards the line, and that will drop foul. Rutschman leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Comes up empty.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action. Really
That missed.
good
That's
take,
a ball.
especially with 2 strikes.
Very nice.
He's
Inside,
just
ball.
missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 left for the Orioles as the lead remains 3-1.
Okay, we're making him work. We're taking good swings.
Back here on the south
And
side
leading off
as we go to the last of the third. Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. That hits the dirt, and that is ball 1.
When you get
That's
ahead in the
it, ball.
count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Ground ball, Alonso. He takes it on his own. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Next to hit, Luis Angel Acuna. Drops one down in front of the plate. And save.
Hey.
He busted it down the line for that infield single.
He was
Nice play by
cruising
Acuna.
down the line and probably didn't assume he was going to be safe until his foot hit the bag and looked up for the umpire. Nice bunt and great hustle to get himself a knock.
The 0-1, runner takes off, and a base hit up the middle. Lead runner makes the turn at second, and they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
He was all over that one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field.
No, that missed.
So
That's
that
a ball.
definitely felt good.
Hayes up to bat next, lays
Wood.
off for a ball. That's in there, and it's a ball and a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I would
Swing and a ball line to center. He hauls it in, 2 away.
that swing right there.
Nice play, Blaze.
He hit the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
In the dirt, blocked. Runners stay put. That's ball 1. 2 on, 2 outs. Hard hit into the gap. 1 run will score.
It's probably going to tie the game up.
Runner around third. He'll score and they tie.
Well, we're starting over. 2 RBIs with that swing, and this one is tied. Just a great approach.
Oh, that's
Well,
low.
that
That's
was
a ball.
exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch, and right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
And it's second. Strike on the outside. 1 and 2.
The strategy of winning a ball game when you can make that
That's a
pitcher
ball,
work
low.
a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches. That could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Sets him down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming.
You want to call that damage control? If you want to call giving up a lead damage control, go ahead.
And a ground ball to first. He steps on the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out. So up next, Colton
for the
Cowser
Orioles,
struck
left
out
fielder,
swinging his
Colton
first time.
Hey!
Cowser in his 3rd season, 25 years old, usually in center field, but today starting in left.
That's a
One
ball.
thing I always felt if I played left field instead of center field was that the ball gets out there to you pretty quick, and the most important play is that ball down the left field line.
That's a
Getting
ball.
to it, cutting it off, making a strong throw to keep that single instead of turning it into a double.
Fights it off. You'll see another. That one ripped. And there are 2 down. So next to hit for Baltimore, Kobe Mayo. Fly to left his first time.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
There we go.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Now it's 3-2. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Hayes under it, and that is that. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Turned on, but that's foul down the 3rd baseline.
You know, these White Sox do a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
On the run, throw to first, and they get the out.
Up next for the
So up next for Chicago, Chase Mydron.
Chase Mydron.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Check swing didn't go. Now 1-2. Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at-bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Gets him to Chase after that one. Pitches in the dirt. It's a ball and 2 strikes. That one kicks away from the catcher. Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. Pitch kicks away. And the runner holds. Payoff pitch. On a line out towards center. Brings it in.
Man, that's
Come
one
on.
of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
In the air, left field. And
That's foul.
it's a foul ball. 0-1 now. Swing and a miss as he was late. Now this one gets away from the catcher. No advance, though. That one at
That's up. That's a
95,
ball.
missed up top. Ball 2. Hit on the ground to the right side. It's through for a hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And up next for Chicago, Luis Angel Acuna.
No, that's down. Ball.
In the dirt, but no advance from the runners.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful.
Oh,
Back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Sean Newcomb.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
0-1 down. And that's in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Jordan Hicks, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Acuna on the move. And there's 1 down. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Dylan Beavers. Left field. Fair ball. And they have their first hit since the 1st inning.
Up next for the Orioles.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson.
Hurt.
Henderson wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. The 0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They try to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. Caught him looking for the K. So no. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Kyle Teal. Out towards right center field. 1 up, 1 down. And up next for Chicago, Austin Hayes. A little bit low.
No, that's
Ball
down.
1.
Ball.
All tied up. Last half of inning number 5.
No, that missed.
Next pitch
Nope,
misses.
ball.
Ball 3. That's ball 4.
Missed.
Trying
Ball
another
4. Take your
fastball,
base.
but missed the spot.
Up
4
next for the
pitches. That's an
White
easy
Sox.
walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. Last one wasn't even close.
Yeah, 1.
Montgomery in the box again. Takes the strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it,
And that one gets away at the plate. No advance.
Nice pitch.
Though. Go ahead, run on base. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. Runner on the go.
That's
Strike
right.
in there. Throw
Head
to
on the
second.
tag.
Ow! And that'll end the inning.
well, trying to get in the scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. In steps the polar
Hello,
bear,
Mr. Hicks.
Alonso. He is singled and he is flied to left.
Ball.
Outside
Oh.
low. Ball two.
He hasn't wanted the challenge of both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Up the middle, lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And he'll just eat it, so that's an infield knock.
Up next for the Orioles.
Now at the plate, Samuel Basallo. He's already homered in this game. Right down to shoot, and it's 0-1.
This one.
Swings through that one out front that time. That missed by a lot, and the count is 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. The other way, and a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Digging in, Leody Taveras. Puts a bunt down. Bare hand grab. In time.
Get there.
Up next for the Orioles.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Line and a base hit into right. Alonso touches the plate to score. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
When you go 0 for
Here we
5,
go.
0 for 7,
Nice
0 for 8,
hit,
it
Colton,
seems like
coming through in the
eternity just to
clutch.
start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged over to start the season and get into a slump.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Kobe Mayo will hit next. In there for strike one.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Runners at the corners, one away. And we're at the top half of the sixth. That's off the inside corner. Ball one.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there. So digging in, Blaze Alexander.
Blaze Alexander.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
'Ball.
2 on, 2 outs.
Blaze.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Oh, and this one gets away. Ball comes home, and he's got it to play. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI. Back at right field, bottom of the 6th, Andrew Benintendi steps to the plate for the White Sox. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Manager out of the dugout.
For Baltimore.
And we've got ourselves a
Number
pitching change.
66.
Number 66.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Hot shot, and he can't knock it down.
Oh.
Around second, on his way to third. Here comes Benintendi around third. He will score, and the White Sox tie it up. Safely into third. It's an RBI triple. So up next for Chicago, Chase Maidra. That clips the corner. Maidra wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Tied at 4. Right through there for a strike.
Down. Ball.
Swing and a ground ball. Henderson. Over to first, but the go-ahead run comes in to score. So up now for Chicago. Murakami. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's got a chance. Out of here. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore.
That misses. Ball 3. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little turn with the fastball.
Outside ball 4. And at first, and up next for Chicago, Luis Angel Acuna. 1 for 2.
For Baltimore. Number 78. Yamir Cano.
Runner on the go. Pitches
That's the
low.
ball.
Couldn't have picked a better pitch to go on. It looked like he was going no matter what, but you steal bases so many times off the pitcher. Get that jump there. And if the catcher's great, he can make up the time, but if you've got good speed, he's not going to make it up.
Up the middle. Toss to Alonso. Got the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Ball.
Teal in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. That misses. And a count now 2-0. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Just missed. Hard hit, base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Ball.
Teal, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Come on.
Outside.
That's the ball.
3-1. What a stop. What a play. Inning over. So 4 runs on. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. The pitcher on the mound, Tyler Gilbert. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. That one in
That's
the
the
dirt.
ball.
Ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Grant Taylor, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. That one way inside.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Beavers now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Gilbert, 32 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2015. That one
Ball.
misses. Ball 2. Catcher challenge. Will take another look. It just shaved his zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Takes it in for the out.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics. Instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
2 down, nobody on.
What you
Henderson
got?
checks his swing, appeal to third, and he held up. Check swing.
That's the ball.
He
That's
held
down.
up. Ball 2. Awkward swing there from the big left-hand hitter.
Off balance as well.
Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball 3. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Adley Rutschman. He's already homered here in this one. And a swing and a miss there. So here in the 3 spot, Chris, a hitter low average but high slug.
Well, one thing he's going to lean on are the metrics. His exit velocity has been really good. He's just had some bad luck hitting the ball right at people.
Here comes the throw. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Up next
Now the
for
White Sox
Orioles.
manager,
For the White
Grant
Sox,
Taylor, into the
number
game.
31.
Big at bat now as the polar bear, Pete Alonso, steps in. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here at a crucial spot. Swings through that one for strike 1. Pitch misses. And now it's even 1-1. Fastball is
that's
outside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
That one
That's the
missed.
ball.
And that'll load
That's
the
ball
bases.
4. Runner, take your base.
Challenge from behind the dish here. Pretty close, but it was a ball. No challenges left for them now. Here's the catcher, Samuel Basallo. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. 0-1. That crosses the plate, and now they're just one strike away from getting out of this mess. That just misses.
Ball.
Ball 1.
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one
No,
missing
that's
inside.
inside.
The Orioles with the go-ahead run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. And there's the
No,
ball.
that missed. That's the
Definitely
ball.
got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Three and 2. Payoff pitch.
Take your base. Ball 4.
And a run comes in to score.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
Here's the center fielder, Leody Taveras. 1 for 3. Hammered on the line, base hit. 1 runs in to third. He's in there.
These hitters today are so great.
Let's go. Come on.
Velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Grant Taylor. A new arm into the game, the righty, number 63. So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fouls away the first offering. 2 aboard, 2 outs. In the dirt.
A wild game.
And an excellent job keeping it right there. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. On the ground to third, and he can't come up with it. In to score from third.
Let's go.
And they take the lead in the 7th.
Boog, that's a frustrating way to fall behind in this one as the infield single drives in the run. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play, and you give your teammate a chance to hurry home.
First and second, 2 outs. Kobe Mayo, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fastball for a strike. Mayo thought that one missed, and here comes the challenge. So the call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. Taveras, the lead runner, out at second. Cowser at first, 2 out of the inning. And he swings through that one.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. He's going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
That's the third. Tosses to first, and they're happy to just get off the field after that play. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. Midway in inning number 7.
Now pitching for Baltimore.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Number 48.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball
I almost feel
outside.
like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Here's a 3-0. And ball
Ball
4
four,
there.
take your
Tying
base.
run is on base.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Benintendi
Ball,
stands
that's
in
down.
here, takes ball 1 low. Right side, hard hit. Throws to Henderson. Over to Alonso. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. And here's Sosa to the plate. 0-1.
Ball.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Got it. Inning over on the strikeout. It's the Orioles 8, White Sox 7.
It's been a heck of a game.
For the White
Welcome
Sox.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jonathan Cannon. This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Ball.
That clips the corner.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Goes down looking.
Up next for the Orioles.
So back to the top of the order. Now it's going to be Dylan Beavers. Misses
No, that
just
missed.
off
That's a
the
ball.
outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Murakami takes it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 down, base is empty. And next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. That one fouled off. Oh, 2 now. On the inside corner for called strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles.
Now pitching for
Back
Baltimore.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Rico Garcia. He's pitching on 2 days rest. My draw.
That's the ball.
Jumps out of the way of the first pitch. Next offer in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball.
Oh, he can't hang on. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score. Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. Gets the call. 0-1.
Your base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt.
That missed.
Try
That's the
your
ball.
best to get into scoring position.
And fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Hard hit to right center. Makes the grab. One out man at first. And up next for Chicago, Brooks Baldwin delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. And it's fouled off. White Sox down a run near the bottom half of the 8th inning. Wild pitch. Catcher gets a piece. That's a wild pitch, and the tying run moves into scoring position. So the tying run at second. High fly ball, right field. Beavers moving under it. 2 down. Luis Angel Acuna getting ready to hit.
Center fielder, Luis Angel
In
Acuna.
there, it's 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And the count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next pitch off the plate. Full count now.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
And a payoff pitch. Fights it off. You'll see another. 3-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
You're always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Come on.
And on second, 2 down. And he walked it. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Walk side of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
Teal in the box now. Takes strike 1. This to third. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity. White Sox strand a couple, and this one remains tight. It's 8-7.
Leading off for
So
Baltimore,
next to hit for
the
Baltimore,
designated
Adley
hitter,
Rutschman.
Rutschman.
He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
0-2 count with both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a
Ball,
good time
that's
for something off speed or wet.
The 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Pete Alonso digs in now. Tap foul at the plate. Nice grab. To first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. And that is that. 1-2-3. Here on the south side, bottom of the ninth, Austin Haight.
Now pitching for
Brian Helsley comes out trying to close it out. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
In the air, right field. Going back. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it.
Up next for the White Sox.
So up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Ball one,
That's a
no
ball.
strikes. The Orioles trying to close out a one-run lead.
Ball.
And the home team trying to pull it out. Next
Here.
effort in there for a strike. Strike one.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing
That
you can
missed.
tie up
That's
the
a
ball
ball.
game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the
Nope,
plate.
ball four.
And ball
Take your
four
base.
there. Tying run is on base.
Okay.
Up next
Andrew
for the
Benintendi
White
steps
Sox.
up. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field.
Benintendi.
That
Hurt.
one in triple digits.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Brings it in. And there's two away.
1 out to go. Let's go.
Third baseman, Lenny Sosa.
So they're down to their final out. Here's the third baseman, Lenny Sosa.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that
Did he
runner
go?
on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Swing and a foul out of play. The 1-1. And that
Ball.
skips in the dirt. Fought off foul. Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the ninth. And it remains 2-2.
Got him.
And that's the ball game.
Well, this was a total.
Real baseball, Orioles magic, feel it happen, Orioles magic, feel it happen, O-R-I-O-L-E-S.
Couple of days.
And a final 8-7 as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
What a good game. Back and forth. No, I really hate to do this because I love what he's given the Orioles in real life. But All right. I will see you all in the next one.
Drums and entertainment. Entertainment. Fade out.
All right, let's see if we can win this series with Kyle Bradish on the mound. Let's roll with this.
From right field on the south side of Chicago, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles going up against the Chicago White Sox. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Getting the start for the Chicago White Sox, Davis Martin.
Leading off
Just
here this
about to get
afternoon,
underway.
left
Taylor
fielder, number
Ward
3.
now at the plate.
Taylor Ward.
And we're underway here on the south side of Chicago. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, shortstop. Gunnar
Next for the
Henderson.
Orioles, Gunnar Henderson.
Got to turn it around with better.
Up. That's the ball.
Fouled it all.
Here's a 2-2.
There we
Started
go.
to go after it. Now a look down to third. No swing. South side of Chicago just getting started here. And ball
Take your bait.
4, 2 aboard.
Oh, now he's got 2 runners on
Batting
after that
third,
walk.
the
And
designated hitter,
things can get out of
Adley
hand in a
Rutschman.
hurry in these situations. So he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
Here's Adley Rutschman.
Base
Homered
hit and a
last
walk.
night, added another hit as well. And that one fouled off. Late swing, foul to the left. First and second, no outs. Here in the third and final game of the series. Swings and misses, struck him out. And that is a big first out. Here's Pete Alonso.
See something.
Two hits and 4 at-bats during yesterday's ball game. And that one fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
2 on, 1 out. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. That's a little bit low.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That's off the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Samuel Basallo next to bat for Baltimore. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Crushed.
Oh my.
This one's deep. Forget it.
Pete Alonso.
And goodbye.
Deep into the right.
His 4th home run of the
I guess
season.
daytime.
And the Orioles jump out in front. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
475 and 112 off the bat.
1 down. Here's the catcher, Samuel Basallo. Basallo went deep in his most recent game. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Ground ball right side. Acuna. Throw to first in time. 2 outs, base is empty. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Gets him to
Now, if
chase
my luck
after that.
keeps up, those will be the only 3 runs I score.
And there's a foul ball.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Swing and a ground ball. Acuna on to first, and that's the 3rd out. Orioles get 3 on this long ball. On to the bottom of the 1st. You're watching Orioles baseball on the show, Mid-Atlantic. Back at right field. And getting the start for Baltimore, Kyle Bradish. Chris, how about a scouting report?
A really good outing for him last
leadoff
time.
hitter
Scattered
this
2
afternoon.
runs, was
First
attacking
baseman,
hitters, getting
number
ahead in the
20,
count. Great
Miguel
performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Out towards right center field. Cowser on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker
Got to be
ball.
careful.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog,
With
and
Colson
even harder to
Montgomery.
elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Strike! Woo!
just
That's a
off the
corner.
outside edge. Ball 3. That's
Ball
ball
4.
4. Tried another sinker but couldn't find a zone. Man at first. Stepping in, Andrew Benintendi.
Oh.
In the dirt. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1.
Ball 2.
Man at first, one
Get
away.
out here.
And
Ball
that's
3.
outside. 3-1. So a
Thank you,
walk
mate.
puts runners at first and second.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to
Ball
pitch
1.
deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out.
Hard liner. Should be extra bases. Montgomery on his horse around third. 1 run across, and the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Hard on the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Luis Angel Acuna in the box now. Takes strike 1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an
Got
opportunity.
him looking for the strikeout. Good
Nice
job
pitch for
of
Bradish.
damage control right there. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We head to the second on the south side. It's the Orioles 3 and the White Sox 1. This is Orioles baseball on the show Mid-Atlantic. New inning getting
Leading off for
started.
the Orioles,
Leading off, Dylan
right fielder,
Beavers.
Dylan Beavers.
Martin trying to bounce back from a bumpy first.
Got to keep the pressure on Davis Martin.
The 1-0. Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Boog, something I hear from hitters about Valentine is they know they don't have to protect off the plate too much in 2-strike counts, and that can be a big deal in terms of your confidence in seeing some pitches in that at bat.
Foul ball there.
Ball.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. On the ground right side. Vargas takes it himself. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Blaze Alexander digs in now. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Thank you, mate.
Batting ninth, second baseman,
So digging in, Jeremiah Jackson. Sat out last night's game, but back in there today. Alexander, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And a foul ball. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder.
So
Taylor
back to the
Ward.
top of the Orioles lineup. Taylor Ward will hit next. He led off the game with a single and then came around to score. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Ward in his 7th season, hitting leadoff in today's game. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over .350 in his last 10. Strike 2.
Ball.
Stays alive.
Nope,
Really
outside.
good take, especially with 2 strikes.
There you
Check
go.
swing on the 2-2. Appeal to
Seriously.
first. And he won around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. One left for the Orioles. We head to the bottom of the
leading off
second.
with a
Down to the
White
White Sox catcher,
catcher.
Reese McGuire.
McGuire.
And there's the strike. Out towards right center field. Cowser should have this one. He's got it, and there's one down. So up next,
Batting
Tristan
8,
Peters.
right fielder, Tristan Peters.
Here's a 1-1.
Ball 2.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and that one handled. Throws to first in time. Fine play in the hole for the out. 2 down,
Batting
bases
ninth,
empty.
left
So up
fielder,
next for Chicago, Derek Hill.
Hill.
That's
Hey,
in
whoa.
there. Strike 1. And
Hey,
a strike.
who?
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
2 down, nobody on. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it.
Nice inning for Bradish.
It's the Orioles 3 and the White Sox 1. On to the 3rd
Leading
inning.
off for
Stepping in,
Baltimore,
the slugging shortstop Gunnar Henderson. That clips the corner.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
And he can't come up with it. Still manages
He's
a throw,
safe.
but it's not in time. Base hit.
Up next for the Orioles.
So
You're gonna score
man
that at
forward.
okay.
Still next to hit for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That one hammered left field. Way back there. It's got a chance. And off the base of the wall. Henderson coming home. The relay to the plate. He beats it.
Hey, beat
And
throw.
they're up by
Up
3.
next for the
Well
Orioles,
done, drives
first
in the
baseman,
run.
Pete
Just
Let's go,
missed out on a
Adley.
home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Ball.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty
Are these two the
high,
only two they
and
use out of
they've
their
played 4
bullpen?
runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
And it's second.
Nope, that's off
So
the
they
plate.
forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen
4-1.
is working today.
Come on, Baltimore.
The 2-2. He goes down looking. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this
Up
one.
next for the Orioles.
So now with one away and a man at second. Now at the plate, Samuel Basallo. Bounce to the right side. Acuna slinging it to first in time. And now the
Up
center
next
fielder,
for the Orioles.
Colton Cowser.
Center fielder,
He's 0 for 1.
Colton Cowser.
Chop back up the middle. Acuna whips it to first. And that's the inning.
Nice play by Acuna.
The O's had one on an RBI double. It's now 4-1. You're watching Orioles baseball on the show, Mid-Atlantic.
Rutschman with a nice opposite field double.
Welcome back.
And
Let's
leading
take a look
off
at how
the
the series has
White
played
Sox.
out so far.
First baseman, Miguel Vargas.
Oh yeah, Brooks Suarez.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Ball.
In there at the knees for a strike. Goes down looking for the strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Colson Montgomery
for the
steps
White
to the
Sox.
plate for the White Sox.
The shortstop.
He walked and came around to score his first time up.
Montgomery.
Tap foul at the plate.
No, that's a ball. No, that's a ball.
Now all even up. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. A solo shot. And they cut into the lead. It's 4-2.
He's
What was it?
really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this.
Benintendi up here.
That's the ball.
One out, bases empty, and a run in here in the last half of the third.
Ball.
Challenge from behind the dish here. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. Oh, great stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brooks Baldwin.
Ball. Inside.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there. Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That's off the mark. They're now 3-1. And that one
Take it
misses
back.
outside. It's ball 4.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Liner caught it second. But the White Sox get one on a homer. It's now 4-2. Back here on the south
Leading
side.
off for Baltimore,
Start of the fourth.
right fielder,
Dylan
Dylan
Beavers
Beavers.
getting ready to hit. Hit on the ground to short. Slings it across. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Blaze Alexander, the next to hit for the Orioles. And it's fouled away.
Ball, high.
Fastball for a strike.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball.
Come on, please. Don't even have a hit yet this year.
1-2 now.
Ball.
Fastball is outside. Fly ball down the line. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Got him swinging, and that's 4 strikeouts.
Up next
Came
for the
inside with that
Orioles.
2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Two down, nobody on. Got him looking for the K. 1, 2, 3. Here on the south side, bottom of the 4th, Luis Angel Acuna steps to the plate for the White Sox. That clips the corner. And that is out of play. On the ground, right side, Alonso. He'll do it himself. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the
Here's
White
Reese
Sox.
McGuire. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
McGuire.
First offering missing to Reese McGuire. It's ball 1. Fought off foul. The Orioles leading by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball.
Knee high, that's in for a strike. Line drive, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
That one kicks away from the catcher. And now a man into scoring position. Right side, Jackson. The throw to first, and there's 2 away. Digging in, Derek Hill. 0 for 1 so far. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's
Hold him
mind.
up
If he
and
can get on, it's going to give him one.
Oh, that got him.
That hit him. Take your base.
And up next for Chicago, Miguel Vargas. Late swing, fouled off. Runners at the corners with 2 outs.
No, that's high.
This one in the air, center field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We played 4. It's the Orioles 4.
For the
We're
White
back,
Sox.
and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th.
The only man that ever
Sean
seems to
Newcomb.
pitch out of the
Still pretty early
White
in the
Sox
ball game,
bullpen,
so this
Sean
bullpen
Newcomb.
has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Gone.
And he read it rudely out of the pen.
Blast one out. Home
And goodbye, home run.
run. The lead. It's 5-2. this. He's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
At the plate, Gunnar Henderson.
No.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning. The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. Going to really have to bear down. That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate, where this guy could do some real damage.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 3-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. So that removes their last challenge. Here's Adley Rutschman singing. The Orioles gave him the largest signing bonus ever. More than $8 million, and you can see why. This guy just oozes with talent.
Yeah, Boog, and if it wasn't for...
Nice grab. The feed for one. A
Nice
sensational
double play.
play.
I gotta give it to him. Nice double play.
That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Alonso.
So now Pete Alonso at the plate. Alonso, former second-round pick out of the University of Florida. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Two down, nobody on.
Nope. That's inside.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
On the ground to third. Over to first, and that is that. Solo homer brings in 1 for Baltimore. It's now 5-2. You're watching Orioles.
Okay.
Back at right field. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Strike. Woo. Oh.
Smoked on the ground a second. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Benintendi to the plate.
For the White Sox, designated hitter Andrew.
And first offering is fouled off. Into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Baldwin in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Strike one.
In the dirt, blocked. Benintendi stands at first with 1 out. That
Nope,
one
that's
outside.
away.
Ball 3. And ball
Ball
4,
four.
2 aboard.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
Now the third baseman, Murakami. And fouled off. Sliced hard but foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And that's a strikeout looking.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Acuna in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Whoa.
First and second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins in this situation.
And that one gets away at the plate. Gets to it on to first. In time. Nicely done. They get out of the jam.
A couple of strikeouts.
Job by
runners
Bradish.
on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice.
Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game.
There's the 3-run homer for Pete Alonso. The RBI double by Baldwin. Plenty of offense to go around.
Now pitching for the
Jordan
White Sox.
Hicks takes
Number
over on the mound.
44.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Basallo leading things off and takes the strike. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the
Up next
over-the-shoulder
for the Orioles.
catch. I tell you what,
Center
those are
fielder,
really fun to
Colton
make.
Cowser.
Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser, has grounded out a couple of times. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Grant Taylor, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 2. Just
No,
missed.
that's a ball.
That's in there. Strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now 2 out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Beavers stands in now and watches strike 1. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. Pretty nice play
Yep,
there.
he's out.
3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Back here on the south side, bottom of the 6th. Reese McGuire steps to the plate for
Now pitching for Baltimore.
Albert Suarez
Number
on the
49.
pitch here. This
Albert
is his
Suarez.
first appearance of the season. Ripped to right. He's there. He's got it. 1 away.
Up next for the White
Not a
Sox.
good pitch, but
Right fielder.
luckily he got
And here
bailed
is
out.
Tristan Peters, who's grounded out a couple of times.
Oh,
The Orioles leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And stepping in is the speedy Derek Hill. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the...
There's a swing and a drive. That one on its way. And gone! A 2-run homer, and they cut into the deficit.
How in the world did he do that? That pitch was outside the zone, and he still got it out of here.
Vargas at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Out to short. Throws to first in time.
Up next for the White
The batter will be the shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
Colson Montgomery.
The shortstop takes the ball.
A good start to his season for Suarez.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact.
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either.
That is the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Grant Taylor. Blaze Alexander now at the plate. In for a strike. And it's 0-1.
That's the ball. Nope.
Just missed with that good fastball inside, but it plants a seed in the hitter's mind. He's got to be ready for that pitch, which will open up the outside part of the plate.
Upstairs.
No, that's the ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And it's filled up.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Out towards right center field. That gets down for a hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8.
Nice job getting the leadoff man on.
Seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged over to start the season and get into a slump.
Now a quick throw to first. Alexander dives back in safely. The Orioles with the go-ahead run at first here in the top half of inning number 7. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's the ball. Throw to second.
You're out.
Well, I think everybody in the ballpark knew that he was running right there. So good job of quickly getting the pitch to the catcher. And the catcher with good footwork, really good throw on the money. Gets the base runner, and they cut off that would-be base stealer.
The 1-2. Out to short, Montgomery. Throws to first in time. Back to the top of the order now. The batter now, Taylor Ward. He's already homered in this game.
Whoa.
Tap dances out of the way of that one.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
That one is downstairs. 3-1. Up and again, ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Ward leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That misses, and it's a full count.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Struck him out swinging. He battled for a long time. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. And another ball. This one ripped, but foul to the right. The 2-1. And that skips in the dirt. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Oh, good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Booth?
Here comes
For Baltimore, number 71, Dietrich N.
Murakami stands in here, takes ball 1 low. And that's in there at the knees. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Next one misses. 3-1 now. There's a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Fastball for a strike at 95. A big swing and a miss.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That misses, and the count's full. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. 1 away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Makes the catch up against the wall. And the batter now is Reese McGuire. 1 for 3. First offering. Runner goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throws it away.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully.
And if that's through the swing, it's a strikeout. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 63. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. Line drive, base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Always feels amazing getting the job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you can get the barrel on and line it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Substitution being made at first. On the run for Baltimore. Leody Taveras. Alonso at the plate now. That's ball 1. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Turned out to be a pretty good pitch to run on right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. That can be pretty tough for a catcher to reach down and grab it and then get rid of it quickly enough to prevent that would-be base steal.
They put the tag on him. And now Samuel Basallo. 0 for 3 in this one. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And a go-ahead run into scoring position. One away. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
Colton.
That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Just missed.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Center field. Baldwin has a beat on it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Go ahead run on base. Dylan Beavers, the next to hit. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. We have a pinch hitter to lead it off. Austin Hayes.
Looking for a spark to untie this game.
First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. Hit on the ground to the right side. Alonso steps on the bag, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Derek Hill steps to the plate for the White Sox. In for a strike, 0-1.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
In the air, right field, Beavers settles under it, takes it in for the out. So digging in, Miguel Vargas.
Up.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 1-1 is fouled off. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Reaching for it, makes the catch. So they go quiet. Here on the south side,
Anthony Dominguez.
Start the 9th in this one. Blaze Alexander digs in now. Swing and a miss. We go in 1. Oh, that got him. And the go-ahead run is on base to lead off the inning. Jeremiah Jackson, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
Now the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
And a sac bunt here. Murakami to first. That was a productive play as the go-ahead run moves up to third. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Taylor Ward. He's already homered here in this one. Swings and misses. And that is strike 1.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Outside. And the count is 1-1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Ward.
The 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. That's too low. Full count now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The Orioles with the go-ahead run at third here at the top of the ninth. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The kick, the 3-2. Stays alive. And a payoff pitch. This one in the air, center field. Baldwin under it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. In to score from third. And in the ninth, they take the lead.
Phil, this is a big at-bat right here. Nice sac fly to give his team the lead in these late innings.
So no one on after the sac fly. Gunnar Henderson getting ready to hit. Fouls one off out of play back to our left.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Oh.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth.
Nice fundamental baseball, Orioles. Wish they could do that in real life.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Two down, nobody on. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a 1-2. Sets him down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound.
And leading off.
Now it's the shortstop, Colson Montgomery, looking for his third home run of the game.
Yeah, he blasted his second of the game in the 6th inning. This guy looks like he's playing on beginner mode in this one.
Beginner mode is where it's at, Chris.
Now
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Ryan Helsley.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Just
That's
missed.
the ball.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
A one out to right. Takes it in for the out. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that just misses.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Flying, and that's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
White Sox down a run. They're the home team trying to pull it out. Late swing, foul to the left. Line drive. And it stays fair. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
There you go. Winning run is aboard with one down. Now a great opportunity to at least tie up this game with something like a sac fly or an error in the infield, but another hit to the outfield could absolutely end it.
So they're down to their final out. Luis Angel Acuna will hit next.
Luis Angel
Just
Acuna.
missed.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
One strike away. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 2 outs, tying and winning runs on base. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. High fly ball, right field. Beavers under this one. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Thank you.
Well, you take a tie ball game into the 9th on the road, you know that you've got some work to do. You got to score, but then you've also got to get 3 outs in the bottom half of that inning. They did just that today. Very well played ball game. Get this win on the road. Everybody's happy with the W.
6-5 the final here today as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
I gotta figure this pitching out. Alrighty, I will see you all in the next one.